Hey everybody, Doc Frigo here, Yell Dog Walleyes, another episode of Doc Talk, where you get to ask me the questions, and I give you my best take on it. And then you can give me your comments in the comments below. So, comments in the comments below. Comment in the comments below, whatever. Okay, we're going to talk Mega 360. Got a question this last week. Hey Doc, you use your Mega 360 all the time for ice fishing. When does it really work? When should I use it? And the long and short of it is anytime I'm ice fishing for panfish, bluegills, crappies, perch, on a featureless basin of less than 25 feet of water, I've done this in 4 to 5 feet of water, as long as there's not any weed growth, it's worked just perfect. But what I can do with my Mega 360 is radar an area. Okay, so just think of like air traffic control. They got a radar, they can see the planes on the radar screen, tell you exactly where they're going and how they're moving. You can't do that with your live scope. Okay, you flat out can't. You're not radar in the area. You're looking at stuff with a flashlight. And it's great for a lot of things. It's great if you're around deep water weed lines, points, humps, drop-offs, all that good stuff, structure related. Man, I love it, and I use it then. But if I'm talking featureless basins, featureless flats, okay, I'm going to be using my Mega 360. Now, my Mega 360, most of the time, I have it set at 50 feet. So that's 100 feet across. So if you think of this like a clock, okay, 100 feet by 100 feet, I can drop my transducer down a hole, radar an area. If I don't see any fish, I go another 100 feet, transducer down, radar the area. And if I see fish, like that, then I can stop, let this sweep 2 or 3 or 4 times. And is this school moving or is it staying still? If it's staying still and the fish are relatively sedentary, I'm going to drill around the school. I'm not going to drill on top of the school. You drill on top of the school, you're going to bump the school. They'll just get out of the way. You're not going to turn them off, but they will move. And so if I drill around it, then I can pick off the fish as they're kind of moving out to the sides and actually catch quite a few. Now, if I see this school moving, let's say from 9 to 6, and then 6 to 3, okay, and all of a sudden the school comes in later at 12, I know fish are actively moving in and out of the area. Then I'm just going to stay put, and I'm going to drill my holes like a clock. So I'll drill them out to 12, out to 9, out to 6, out to 3, and then correspondingly with the other ones. And that way when a school comes in, like right there at 9 o'clock, I can run out to those holes, catch 2 or 3 of those fish, and when they're not on my Vexlar or not on my graph anymore, I can come back to the 360 and see where the school moved. And then I can just follow the school and where other schools come in, and that I can really stay on the fish and really stay efficient. And then if all of a sudden the fish leave this part of the flat and move on, I can just take the whole show and start searching the flat again. I mean, in the old days, it used to be, you'd drill a lot of holes, you'd walk around like a homeless guy with your Vexlar looking hole, looking in a hole, looking in a hole, looking in a hole, and half the time if you're drilling and one guy's looking and all you're doing is bumping fish out of the area. All of that is gone. You can have 2 or 3 guys watching the same 360, hitting all the different schools that come into the area, and you all can efficiently stay on fish and correctly monitor the area. Now, what about game fish? What about like walleyes and trout and stuff like that? I really use my Mega 360 just to kind of let me know if fish are in the general area. So if I go down to Pepin, fish the big old flats and stuff like that, I might use it just to make sure fish are in the area, but I'm not going to fish off it all the same way. Game fish are usually, when they're hunting, they're moving too fast, they're going in and out, you can't get on them in time, but it is a nice tool to see exactly where they're at and are they moving around that area. So it is another search tool that you can go boom to boom to boom until you run into some fish and then get surmised that there's fish in that area. But for panfish, they really school up. You might get a school of like 10 to 200 fish. And in that, you can really work them. So anyways, if you have any question on any of this stuff, just make sure you message me. Make sure you let me know, and I'll try to help you. But until then, 360 is the way to go to find them, to stay on them, and to catch them. So we'll talk to you soon, and have a great day.